I'm gonna go ahead. Let's start here. Let's start here. So we're gonna start with, I believe this is Kanye's interview on Justin LeBoy's uh platform, right? And he's asking him about this. Basically, people don't be knowing that Kanye has a verse on like that because he was the original person called for to do a verse on like that. So he's telling the story here.
Yeah, coming together finally, and I'm tired of this nigga fucking with me and all this shit, man. So the fact that these niggas is coming together finally, and because it's not just about the elimination of Drake, you know, it's like, how did this even come about? Who called who? Oh, yeah, Pluto. Pluto called me. I went to the studio, laid that, and then we went through the creative process, adding the chorus, and called the hooligans, called them out in London to get on a joint. And, everybody was very, very excited about the elimination of Drake. Yeah, coming together finally. And I'm tired of this nigga fucking with me and all this shit, man. So the fact that these niggas is coming together finally, and because it's not just about the elimination of Drake, it's like, how did this even come?
So I've seen that clip before, right? So I mean, and this is a part of the conversation. I mean, this get off topic a little bit. What can happen sometimes with people like this is that they will blurt things out, all right, or they'll lose their filter. That listen, if you're ever around someone who doesn't seem to have a filter, because for the most part, human beings, we do operate like very complex systems, and as an adult, a part of maturity is a filter on how you talk. There is never if someone describes you as not having no filter, that means that's like you're mentally challenged. That means that you're not functioning properly. Okay, if you ever find yourself in a situation where someone's describing you as so and so, Johnny Boy ain't got no filter, that's not good. I don't want to be around somebody who got no fucking filter. And that's another thing too. Like, being tolerant of people's bad behaviors will also keep you broke. Because the reason I say that is because you have another distraction, another thing weighing you down, another thing that's stressing you. All right. If there is a stressor that you can remove reasonably, I mean a reasonable one. I don't mean things like like your job, and I'm gonna remove my job from my life because I don't want the stress of my job. I don't mean that. Hold on. Let me make sure I'm big. Hold on. Make sure I'm big for this. Pause. I don't mean your job. I know some of you out there, you feel ingratiated, you feel motivated by listening to the Six Paths, doing Six Paths things. But I don't mean your job. I just want to make sure I say that real quick before I keep going, because some of y'all don't be listening. So there's that. But anywho, so what can happen is and again, and the way that will play out is that person will say things they know is going to bother you, or they're going to say things they know they shouldn't say. And again, so I used to go through that like with the ex. I didn't really understand that this person is doing psychological warfare with you. Because here's the thing: when you're a good person, you don't relate to doing things for the sake of being evil. So when someone's doing it to you, you can get caught up in basically, because all right, so this is what mostly goes on. All right, so I want you guys to kind of think about a meme. Always use a meme or a joke, right? If you come across a good meme or a joke or a post on Instagram or wherever you're at, what do you do? What do you do? I'm going to wait. I'm going to play songs and sounds while you wait for that. What are you doing?
Y'all niggas see what they throwing out the way? Nigga, I got an army out here. Come
army out here.
Come out. Come outside, throw that fucking button. Come downstairs.
You understand? Now I've lost my train of thought by doing that. Ooh, oh, I forgot what I was talking about. I'm gonna take this sip real quick, and we're gonna get it back. Well, that's embarrassing. I have not lost my train of thought to this degree in a minute. What was I talking about? All right, well, we was going to just take off at this point. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot my train of thought, y'all. I know we're talking about Kanye right now, man. Anywho, well, let's keep it going. Oh yeah, I think I know I was speaking on I was speaking on like the psychological warfare. And you got to realize like yo, when you don't relate to that, like you don't understand. And, yeah, my bad. I'm talking about sharing something, right? When you have a good meme, you share it with people around you. So for the most part, people for the most part even out their environment. I don't know how to say it, but I'll always look at it as you always want to share whatever frequency you're on, whatever vibe you're on. So, for example, right, a person that's trying to get in shape and trying to be healthy and trying to eat healthy and whatnot, they usually encourage everyone around them to do the same, and then they'll spread that because they feel that it resonates with them. It's important to them. People spread what's important to them. People spread how they feel and what they feel, right, whether they want to or not. So, and it's the same thing with negativity. If you people know what an insult is. People know what jabs are. People know when they're being rude. Don't let people fool you into thinking that it's their personality and whatnot. No. They enjoy getting away with abusing people. All right. You know what I'm saying? And also, they've had too many people who have rewarded their abusive behavior. So, for example, like, again, that person that's known for having a crappy ass attitude or a person who just doesn't have a good personality, but they have people around them who I guess they kind of deal with it and make them think they're funny. Like for example, I'm a really funny person, right? But over time, I've learned, how much to exert myself and understand how it is for the other person to experience you, right? And realize like, you may be not so much doing too much, but it's like it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? Or like, like you ain't gotta be funny all the time, and sometimes or knowing the time and place because you also don't especially if you haven't. Whenever you talk to people, unless you know that person to be always in a good mood, the first thing you say to them probably shouldn't be a joke because you don't know what happened before you showed up. They could be going through some really serious shit, and then you make an inappropriate joke, or they could like really not be in a mood and it's just awkward. Like I was talking about with the thing with the I need help at customer service. The girl didn't really do anything wrong. It was just the whole vibe of like we known each other for years, but not in like a positive way. More like, all right, like what you want, nigga? You know what I'm saying? Type shit. And as if I'm supposed to say, hey girl, you know me, I ain't shit. Like that's how black people be talking to black men and thinking that we having a good conversation, especially if she got one of them low level jobs, because for the most part, all she knows is losers. She knows mostly niggas who ain't got shit. Let me tell you something, niggas that ain't got shit going on, they have a whole different level of tolerance for crappy women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you will see them going through on the phone more than anyone else. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so with this clip right here, man, I don't think he lying. I think he might have blurted out, you know what I'm saying, we was supposed to say. Now I feel like there was a tweet that went with this John. It's too I can't read it on here. I'm gonna pull up on my Instagram, okay? Because like things that Kevin Talks does, it's like really small on my computer screen, so I can't make it bigger. This one right here, okay. He said, niggas called me to get on the Like That remix. Then after I mentioned Lucian Grange, they didn't pick up my call or put the song on DSPs. All right, so it says Kanye goes off on Future and Metro Boomin, and exposes Lucian's early hands in Like That, proving it was orchestrated. So also what Kanye was also talking about is, well, for one, Kanye is not supposed to say this stuff out loud because this is supposed to be basically it is a lynching. They're trying to lynch Drake. This was about lynching Drake. Okay. And again, you promoting a song that has content in it that's not even allowed to even be talked about on social media. They will take your page down or take your post down if you mention what Kendrick is saying in this song. And this song was sung at the Super Bowl. It was at the Oscars. It was a joke at the Oscars. And there was I think did he perform it at they give him 5 Grammys for that song. Not for the album, 5 Grammys for that record in particular. Kanye may be one of the biggest, how can I say? Because not that what he's saying confirms everything, but it's like, you know that he's not lying. Because they were trying to blackball Drake, but for the most part, it was a script everyone in the industry was following, right? Because the Drake beef showed us the power of the media. If you can get the media to keep spreading the narrative, people actually don't like to put that much effort into what they think. They rather go with what sounds about right coming from someone else. If it sounds about right coming from someone else, they want to go with that. Myself included. I don't want to think that hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to think that hard.
Little ninja. I see you, little crusty ninja.
I don't want to think that hard. Right? And with this situation, I like a lot of people basically talk themselves into thinking, it's perfectly fine that these people are turning back on him. No, that's because again, you're so used to watching TV shows and movies that I think people looked at this as if like it wasn't happening to a human being. And then try to talk themselves into thinking, no, like because Kendrick is the good guy in this story. Somehow you've gotten to thinking that Kendrick is a good guy. All right, and that it really lends itself to that liberal mindset of the good guys and bad guys thing, and getting too much into that dynamic when it comes to how you look at like the world, right? It's just right from wrong. It doesn't matter who it is. It's still right from wrong. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I never will. And again, I'm not. I mean, and I don't think I need to keep prefacing that I'm not super into politics. I'm learning more about it, right? And I think people mostly say that because they don't want to have to stand on nothing and they don't want to have to commit to anything. I forgot. Supposed to be helping you with your commitments. How strong is your resolve for things? Do you be giving up on shit? Let me know in the comment section. I want to know if you be giving up. And if you do give up, I will judge you. There will be judgment here. We listen and do judge. We listen and we do judge. So, there's that. So we're gonna keep telling stories because I have a million stories about people with mental health problems because I grew up around them most of my life. I've had my own. I never had nothing serious going on. I just was spaced out. It just wasn't the most focused kid. You know what I'm saying? I'll say that. And I think my thinking, I didn't realize how much anxiety impacted my thinking. But that anxiety was mostly induced by having too much sugar. Like you'll find that it does wonders for your mental health if you can cut down and have long periods of time, like weeks at a time, having like no gluten and very like and little to no sugar. You know what I'm saying? And if you can do that, you'll see so many changes in your body, but most importantly, your mind. That's how I be knowing that my mental health is not as good as it could be when I get irritated by certain things. You know what I'm saying? When I know like, that shouldn't bother me as much. You know what I mean? But anywho, so a little bit of a mental health episode. So I will be doing another form of content on the other channel for Six Passive Health. I want to start doing these style like blogs, but on like health topics, and but it's gonna be the Six Passive Health. So we're gonna be mostly focusing on finance. Well, really all of it, but the Six Passive Health, it addresses every aspect of life, diet and exercise. All right. So Six Passive Health is mental, physical, spiritual, financial, emotional, social. Yeah, here we go. We can stop there. Cause I know I'll be combining one of them. Doesn't matter. It's free game, free knowledge. Heavy on the army. But anyway, so So that's what we're gonna do over there. So, but we're gonna have fun. Okay, I'm gonna make it fly. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have clips of stuff I saw online and whatnot. I'm gonna have stuff from like Reddit that I found because I'm really into like performance. So but the concept is being the greatest performer alive. I want to be the greatest performer alive. Right. So we look at everything through the aspect of performance and improving our performance. So whenever I'm talking about money, when we're talking about performance, saying physical health, performance, all that type of shit. You understand? So I'll be giving y'all that soon. So anyway, let's keep going through this rollout. Okay, we got a rollout going on here. I feel like there was one more thing. I'm trying to find a drawing where Kanye is addressing Azalea, not Azalea, I mean Iggy Azalea. Hold on, y'all. All right, I'm back. Whatever. We're gonna go with this. My bad, y'all. Listen, I probably shouldn't be doing the show, but I'm doing the show anyway. So this is so we're going to go through these tweets from Ye. I ain't gonna lie, man. Like him calling them kids out is nasty work, man. But anyway, so this is one we can go ahead and go through this real quick. I love Jay-Z and I do feel bad. I always felt like the black sheep. Like I wanted family in this music-ish. I'd run on stages and thinking I was doing the right thing and will always be a slight hove not coming. I'm sorry, it will always be a slight hove not coming to my first wedding. Him putting Kendrick on the Super Bowl over me or even us, never being invited to Ish, taking jabs about my red hat on Donda. I felt like both him and his wife could have helped me have more leverage with my kids, and they could have used their cultural position. Oh shit, hold on, y'all. And they could have used their cultural position to not just watch the Kardashians run me over. It hurts. So F both of them because when I needed them, it was F me. So I will say this though. I mean, now in hindsight, now that more black people are starting to kind of reconsider like what really works for us and basically like what winning is and what having a good life is and what right from wrong is, right? A lot more black people are starting to realize, all right, we're a lot more conservative than we think we are. Now, it doesn't mean that, we worship white people or we're just trying to figure out, it seems like what we're doing is not working. Like we're not coming together as like a family and we don't have any power. Because black folks, y'all don't have no power because there's no families. There's no family names. Because we don't have any women who want to carry a family name. The women that are famous, not even famous, but just women in general, the women who make up the community are not a bunch of women who went out looking for a rich man. You know what I'm saying? And like that's not how that happens. Like no one would get together or a perfect man or just some gorgeous man, right? I remember once I think I've read somewhere about like how men were never meant to see this many bad chicks. Men don't have a problem with that because men know what they can get. Men are realistic about their options. They base them off the girls that they've had before or girls who show them attention, but men are aware of what their range is. They're not upset that they can't get. Most men never stress about, man, I can't get a 10. You never hear men say that. You never hear men say, man, she's not a 10, I can't date it. No. Because men are still driven. First of all, men are driven by the natural instincts. You know what I'm saying? But anywho. But I mentioned this about the red hat thing because, like in hindsight now, like I really do feel as though I bought into the propaganda of everything. You know what I'm saying? Of the like rage baiting and the race war stuff. And buying it. I mean, I never really had a problem with shop like that, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I couldn't believe it when he first went. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible, right? But I can't really say I had the only thing I really could say was that, this is kind of weird. I thought it was weird that he never been a politician before and wanted to be the president, then won the presidency. But at the time, I didn't understand because the black community, of course, didn't understand because again, we don't believe in patriarchy. We promote gynocracy, we promote misandry, right? Like that's our culture. Like to the point where like black women think it's normal to be disrespectful or flippant or just nonchalant when they deal with black men, or try to make the black man feel as though, I don't really take you all that serious. Or you're not, no matter what. Like Angry Man was talking about this thing with Barack and Michelle. Barack got the highest office in the land. All right, he became the president twice. And guess what? So his woman, he's still a nigga, and it's